Hi, everyone. So I'm here with Kira, and just the backstory about Kira and I, she actually found me on Instagram, and we did an interview because she wanted to do a podcast with me. So she wanted to see if I was a good fit. We had a great conversation. It was like an hour long about, spirituality, manifestation, being a female entrepreneur. So she actually asked a couple weeks ago to have a one-on-one session with me. So I kind of wanted to share her testimonial, what she's been manifesting. So Kira, thank you for joining me and doing this with me. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your background?
Okay, well, I do have a podcast. It's called Kicking It with Kira. You can find me on everything, Spotify, YouTube. Our session that we have is going to be on there as well. I did find you sporadically on Instagram, and I reached out to you, and we did have like an hour-long, just regular conversation. Yeah. And I felt like we knew each other just in general. Like I have a lot of podcasts, preliminary type of things with people, but ours is like very organic. And I was like, I really appreciate you because we have something else that's going to be coming up very soon on Instagram Live. Yeah. But yes, and so I had reached out to you for a session just off the factor of your energy and just how you are. And so when we had our talk, I had really needed somebody to talk to. I felt like that could relate, and I feel like I would be receptive to what they have to say, because I'm not receptive to what a lot of people have to say, because we're both like alpha females and we both know a lot of knowledge on things. And so it's like when you can find somebody in your same niche that you feel comfortable with and just like really be there for the understanding, it's just like, it was amazing to me.
Yeah. And so during that one-on-one session, I always say like, I am the aha queen. What were a couple aha moments for you that you were just like, oh my goodness, this is something I need to tweak in my mindset and in my energy? What were one or two things that just came an epiphany for you?
Well, the first thing was you called me out, because I'm the manifestation queen, and everybody knows me as the manifestation queen. Yeah. Okay. And you was like, and I said something that I doubted myself. And you was like, if you're saying you're the manifestation queen, so like this, and that, like you told me about the manifestation math, which I did. And it's like you say it in such like good, subtle way. It's like, you know what, let me check myself real quick, And so it was really like pinpoints on certain things that I needed to hear. And that's what I love about you. Yeah. And the other thing was our last conversation is like, when you're dealing with certain people that's in your close circle, how you can release things, because sometimes we can like build so much up, and you have to figure out certain ways to release it and to let it out. Right. And for me to be able to let it out to you. Yeah. It's just like, girl, let it out real quick, do a little 2-minute little let it out, and like let it out. And then like you like, this is going to do to revolve like after that of the letter that you had said, and like just to make sure that we can release it, because like on my podcast, it's like mindset, health, wellness, and those type of things. And like I just really love how you was able to bring me back to centering myself. Yeah.
So we always talk about, how the subconscious, it will give us blocks because how we were conditioned to feel, those labelings, the way we label everything in our life from a really young age. So, not bring it description wise, but like really what it's all about. But how did working on those deep issues, bringing up the deep issues of past trauma, really make a change for you? Just give you those aha moments? Do you think it's like an important part of your journey to discover who your best self is?
I think that with the manifestation map that you were telling me about, I never had did that before. So it really has you think like, okay, I want this, and like the little small steps, like, okay, I'm gonna do this to get to here. And actually like just writing it out, because I'm big on speaking things to existence. And so it's like just for me to actually write it out and like execute it and like actually think about it. I really love that you had told me about. And then too, with the situation that I had going on, that I had called you, was like, it really made me think about that as well. Like, okay, let me do the letter that you had told me. And just after our conversation, because we did have a great conversation. It wasn't just a letter, but just a conversation, and having somebody like listen. It wasn't like me pour my heart out, but it was just like little small tips that you just like give. That's like to, you know, back somebody up of like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Think about this perspective as well, and then let's do this going forward. And so like it really was extremely helpful of all those type of ways.
Yeah. So, because when we're trying to be our best self, right, we have to work on the things that we have doubts about, right? And if we work on those doubts, we're just like, where do those doubts come from? And then you're going in deeper and deeper and deeper. And I think in our one-on-one session, you have really had an opening of realizing what that was. So, and working on that, and then doing the forgiveness letter, because you have to forgive the past in order to move forward, right? So I think that's something to hear. So tell me, Miss Kira, what have you manifested since our one-on-one session? What's been going on in your life right now? It's been like, what's going on?
Things. No, but I will say when our last conversation that we had, because it wasn't just extremely formal conversation, but it was a good 60 minutes, and I felt so refreshed after that. And I want people to know that's watching, that's gonna have you as like as a client, that you pinpoint things of what somebody, not saying needs to hear, but it's what they need to hear in a kind way. And I appreciate you, always so much. That's why I want to get on here with you, because I don't open up to people a lot. I don't share a lot of different things. And so to have vulnerability with somebody, it shows that person can be trusted, And so that's something I want people to definitely understand, because our jobs, our things that we have going on, is like you are built a certain type of way, but when you can just have a vulnerability with somebody, then it means a whole different level of things. But with the manifestation things, I just moved uptown where I live at, and it was like little small things that I had wanted to have done with my place, and bigger things as well. We're not gonna talk about it on here, but it's like, literally, once I sat down, I was like, okay, refocus my mind, reset, and actually like put these things down of things that I want, then they come into filtration. And so you really helped me reset my mind of what I actually really needed to do the manifestation math that you were telling me about.
Yeah, awesome. And that's just the key to a manifestation, feeling really good about yourself, knowing what you want, having that clear goal of this is what I want, like you did in that manifestation plan, and then just allowing it to happen, right? Things just come to you quickly, being the manifesting queen. So any closing words for people that are really looking to get that clarity, who are feeling stuck? What would you tell them?
I think that you should always have a high vibration on so many things, even with my podcast, Kicking It with Kira. The things that you have told me about that you manifested. Like, we all have to dream big. Like, anything you put out there, you can achieve it. You can achieve it, but you have to have a positive mindset behind it and go after it and go forward. Even with my podcast, I have people that have like 50 million times more followers than me that's coming and asking me to be on my podcast. And I just started mine in April, and like different things. And so of all the other stuff that I have going on, and for my manifestation map as well. And so it's like, at the end of the day, we have to work hard behind it on certain things, but it's still, we have to put that energy towards it. That's going to be very positive.
Exactly.
And it could definitely come into filtration, because I know I manifest things and I'm looking like, is this the movie? Is it Shall up here? For real. But like, we still are just twiddling our fingers around, but it's still, I want everybody to know that you can't tell me that the sky is the limit when there's footprints on it. And
exactly. And I think that's what you share too. So how can people start following you? What is your Instagram page so people can start seeing the Kicking It with Kira? Because I know that we did a podcast that's coming up soon, right? We had a great
girl.
Yes. So how do people find you on Instagram?
You can find me at Kicking, like Kickin, with Kira, Kicking It with _ Kira. And I'm on Spotify, I'm on Pandora, I'm on iTunes, I'm on YouTube. So that's all that for my podcast. So I have, if you go to my page, I have quite a few wonderful ladies that's on there, and we're gonna be doing a live as well. So y'all make sure y'all check that out.
Yes.
So yeah, this is Kicking It with _Kira.
I love it. And I love that you're manifesting, and I love that you feel good about yourself. So thank you for joining me. I super appreciate it. And keep me posted on things coming up. I love to hear how people are doing after our sessions.
Of course.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.